Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Aquamate. Thank you very much for joining me. I've just been cleaning out all these fish tanks, and I have a couple fish tanks that have a little bit of a duckweed problem. So today we're going to talk about what duckweed is, and is it good for your aquarium, and how can you get rid of it. So first things first, what is duckweed? Duckweed is an aquatic plant that floats on the surface of lots of natural bodies of water. It can be super appealing to a lot of aquarium keepers because it can give you that really natural look, and it also is something a little bit different to plants at the bottom of the tank, now having them up there at the top. Now, one really weird thing with duckweed is that if you just get a little bit on your finger and accidentally then go and clean another tank, it will land in that tank and it just reproduces super fast. So it becomes a little bit of a problem over a short period of time. For example, I had it in one of my tanks, which was the black water tank, and I really like that natural look. I've got lots of tannins going on, I've got other aquatic floating plants, I've got pothos growing out of the water, so it looks fantastic. But it just seems to take over everything. So before we go and try and get rid of it, let's see, is it any good for your fish tank? And what are the benefits of duckweed? One really good thing about duckweed is it's taking out a lot of the nutrients out of the water, so it's using that and helping control some of your algae blooms and that sort of thing. So if you have lots of duckweed, you tend to have less algae growing on the glass in your aquarium. Another really cool thing about duckweed is some fish really like to eat it. I had a real problem with one of my goldfish. They had a swim bladder issue and they needed to eat some more greens. I have a video on that about feeding my goldfish a shelled pea, and that really helped and fixed the situation for them, but it kept being a recurring issue. So what I did is I now take some of my duckweed out of the tanks that I don't want anymore, and I put it into the goldfish tank. He eats enough duckweed that just helps cleanse him and clear him out. So it can be really good at controlling algae. It can be really good for feeding your fish. The problem that you have with it is it grows so fast and it gets stuck on everything that when you have duckweed, you're probably going to be stuck with it for a long time. So how do we get rid of it? All it is it's quite simple really. You just need to spend maybe a week, grab as much duckweed as you can out of the surface of the tank, and then the next day try and get more, and just keep going back and be really consistent with just trying to pull it out. You can throw it on the garden, you can throw it in the goldfish tank, which is what I do, and they will eat it. The tanks that have a slow moving surface area are the ones where the duckweed will really thrive and really try and take over. So if you have a really fast moving tank, you probably won't be growing too much duckweed. It doesn't like that sort of thing. It likes to be really slow moving or really still. Another really good reason for having duckweed in your tank is it actually helps reduce evaporation. So I have a lot of tanks that don't have lids. It actually means that I am reducing the evaporation out of the tank ever so slightly. I'm not going to say it's going to mean that you don't need to worry about it anymore, but it does slow things down, which means less maintenance for you in the long run. A really interesting fact about duckweed is it's actually consumed by humans in Southeast Asia. It has more protein in it than soybeans. So it is actually a way forward for people, vegetarians, vegans, to actually get more protein in their diet. I'm not eating it anytime soon, but it's a really interesting fact that it's kind of like a superfood. Another really cool fact about duckweed is it actually could potentially be a renewable energy source moving forward. It's super cheap to get, it grows really, really fast, and it actually contains 6 times the amount of starch that corn does. It could actually help global warming in the future, and it could also be a really good renewable energy source for people like you or me. I think you'll look at duckweed a little bit differently after this video. It's an amazing little plant. It is not always what you want in your fish tanks, but it is not going to do any harm. So if you've got it in there, don't stress about it. The only thing that's changing is the aesthetics. Other than that, it may be actually helping your fish and helping your fish tank stay healthy and happy. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed the video and maybe learned a thing or two about duckweed. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell because there's plenty more videos coming out every week. Thanks everyone, make sure you stay safe out there, and remember, when you get new fish, always acclimate them first. I'm Josh from Acclimate. I'll see you guys real soon.